to talk some college football quarterfinals. A little bit ago during Three for Madness, biggest takeaways, and I shared that. I want to read you a quote from Matt Painter, great coach for Purdue. He was a good player, obviously, talking about what's going on with the NCAA and rules. And I think this quote, I have spoken to a number of other coaches at the P4 level, at the group of 5, or is it group of 6 now? I never know. It seems to go back and forth, as well as FCS. And this quote from Coach Painter, I think, really frames it beautifully. And this is what he said. He said this about 10 days ago, talking about the NCAA. We just want to know the rules so we can abide by them. We don't know what's going on. We need some leadership. We need someone to step up and break down how it's ran, how NIL works. Give us the rules and we'll abide by them. We just want to know, close quote. That is an enormous indictment on the NCAA, because the problem with the NCAA is you have a lot of men and women in Indianapolis in gray and navy blue and black suits walking around trying to appease everybody. They're trying to appease college presidents. They're trying to appease athletic directors. They're trying to appease college coaches. And you're trying to do it under the guise of we're doing what's right for the game. Meanwhile, it seems to me that they're taking their marching orders from the SEC and the Big Ten. And I'm not an anti-SEC or Big Ten guy. I mean, I've been an SEC fan for more years than I can remember for family reasons and what have you. And when I was recruited, I grew up in Big Ten country. But nobody really knows what's going on. And for Matt Painter, who is a very learned guy and a very level-headed guy, a very measured guy, for him to come out and say that, for him to say, we don't know what's going on, those are his words. That's not me paraphrasing. That's unbelievable. You have guys in college now playing 4 years at 4 different schools. And I think a broader issue here, a broader problem, is we are allowing players to let adversity move them out of a situation and into another one. Here's what I mean. When I was growing up as a player, as a basketball player, there were a couple of I was fortunate that I was good enough, not great, but good enough to be a starter on most teams. But early on, that wasn't the case. I remember sitting the bench 3rd string on my junior high team. And I realize this might be an extreme example, but here's the point. I grew up in an era that when you lost your job, you worked your tail off to get it back. That's what you did. You busted your butt to get your job back. Now, when a guy loses his starting job as the slot receiver, as the lead running back, as QB1, now what you have is players saying, hey, you know what? I'm out. I'm hitting the portal. Unless you pay me a little more. Pay you more? Pay you more? Let's just say we're talking about a quarterback. You threw for 58%, 17 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. Why should I pay you more? Well, because I'm going to go somewhere else. And I think we have allowed players to essentially run the asylum. And it's maddening to me to see this. So that's one of the things that I think fundamentally is problematic with college football right now.